Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to woman divorces husband and instantly regrets it. Let's jump in.
Like he has moved on and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know?
Welcome back, family. Today we are going to review this woman who regrets divorcing her husband because he is now happier without her.
I am honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's like the weirdest thing about grief is like, didn't cry for 2 days, was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just like the hurricane, like it's here again, you know? It's the tsunami is back. Like, it's just so hard, and like I'm frustrated because I, got my whole world got disheveled, and I feel like he has moved on and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know? I can't imagine, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've gotten through this and it's been however many years, because I could not imagine that. I can't imagine being with someone for a really long time and going through this, Sorry if you can hear my cat literally playing in the background.
Buy a dog and not die alone. This guy is just gonna be a cat, but oh my god.
I was only with him for 4.5 years, 1 year married. I could not imagine, though, being with him for longer and this happening. Wow. But it's just so sad sometimes, and it's like so hard to have to learn how to do life by yourself again. Like, you don't have that person to call all the time or that best friend to go do things with. And that's what scares me. I've never truly been alone and worked on myself, and I'm terrified of it.
Basically, she always have a plan B. That's what she's saying. She always have a plan B. She said it herself. She never spent time alone. That means she always was jumping from one guy to the other. There's no reason for somebody to just be doing this unless you've done it before. No reason, guys. Unless it's a very bad situation where, domestic abuse and stuff like that. Outside of that, she said it. I never been alone. I not used to be alone because she was jumping from one guy to the other.
Not me crying on the internet more, but I just want to share all of it, the good and the bad, so that I have this to look on a year from now and know that I did heal, but also to help anybody else who's going through heartbreak. Like, heartbreak sucks. It sucks so bad. You like physically feel the pain, emotionally, mentally, everything. And again, I had 2 really, really good days. Did not cry at all those 2 days. And then, as soon as I'm by myself, or as soon as, I do something or something triggers me, it just all comes flooding back. And like, it's just a lot. Grief sucks. This whole thing sucks so bad, and I'm literally praying and thinking about anybody else going through a divorce or a really bad heartbreak, because this shit sucks.
This girl literally said that she doesn't want her ex-husband to come back into her life, but then she is shocked that he moved on? It looks like these women want you to stay sad about losing them your whole life. Men do not have the luxury to stay crying all day about some past events. 100%. We have to move on and get stuff done. She said that she is recording herself crying so that she can watch it a year from now to see how she healed. Well, let's see how she is doing a year later.
Yo, man, this channel is fire, man. This channel is fire, man. HL, talk that thought, man. You're fire, man. Yeah, he's a real deal, man.
Easter, if you celebrate, I just wanted to talk about the fact that
the music, bro.
It's okay to sit down and miss the person sometimes, miss the connection you had. I think a lot of the times I try, and I think I'm really strong about what happened to me most of the time, and I think that I haven't cried about my ex in a long time, actually.
He's doing fine. It mean that she probably went to his Facebook and incognito or whatever, and all of a sudden, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's doing well. He's having a blast. Guarantee you, she initiated the divorce. Did what a lot of these females do. They just simply she went with another guy. The guy didn't want to be with her anymore because he noticed that a lot of these chats in Tyrone, they don't, they just get what they need, and they just move with the next one. Now she had no orbits because the ex-husband, now all of a sudden she's doing much better than her. Then she want to come back. I mean, and now he's probably doing much, much, much better. Much, much, much better, and she hates it. She knows that she made a bad mistake. You know what's crazy? You know how you fix this? You simply call him and say, "I'm sorry. Forgive me." That's it. You simply call the guy instead of doing this in the internet, and you tell him, "Hey, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm sorry." That's it, guys. That's how you fix this. But they will never do that. Their ego, they need to be right, they're very strong. They need to be right.
But today, I just kind of sat down, and this is a holiday I probably would have spent with his family too, and it's okay to just miss what you had sometimes. I know that we try and tell ourselves well, they weren't right for us, or maybe they were a bad person, or maybe they did this, or they did this to you. And while I think that's true, and I think that you can tell yourself that, that's I try and put on this this is very rambly, but I really did just pick up the camera and start talking. I think what I'm trying to say is that we tell ourselves, or at least I do, if I'm thinking about my ex, I typically am just nope, not gonna think about him. We're detaching, you know what I mean? And that works the majority of the time. But sometimes you can just sit down and cry. You can sit down and let out your feelings. And I think people who don't ever cry about the things, or people who don't ever let themselves think about it, we have to think about it. We have to feel the things. And that doesn't make you weak. Being vulnerable does not make you weak. I really hate when people say that. Because life is all about the human emotions and what we go through. You know what I mean? That is literally life. And I just think that it's okay to just sit down and miss what you had. It's okay to, and that's not even me saying, oh, I miss my ex, I miss blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that.
No, what you're saying?
I'm saying that sometimes
you know the contradiction? She literally said that she sometimes miss just visiting her ex family. I mean, the conscious dissonance here is insane, guys. It's very hard for them to admit that it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, guys. Hey, for those females out there that like to watch my channel, hey, when you're wrong, it's always in your favor admitting that you're wrong. It's always in your favor admitting you're wrong. Otherwise, you're gonna build resentment. You're gonna make damage to yourself because you knew you did it wrong, right? And by not admitting that you were wrong, you're gonna hold a resentment.
I miss having a connection like that where I felt oh, I had a person, right? And I had my person. I miss that for sure, but I think sometimes it's okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to sit. And I think a lot of the times we try and distract, or we try and fill with voids, or we try and move on to the next person.
Yeah, and there you go.
Some days it's okay.
There you go, right there. Trying to move to the next person. I guarantee you guys, she's been doing this for quite some time now. The thing is that this guy right here is probably in his mid-30s, and he has things figured out. See, that's the difference, guys. If the guy was in a worse situation, she will be celebrating. She'll be celebrating, guys. But with this guy, he probably got his stuff together. Didn't work the same. Because you're not in high school anymore. You're not in college anymore. You're in adulthood. You're with the real world. And in the real world, bad decisions like this has consequences.
Just sit. And it's okay to have a cry and get back out there in life. And I'm sorry that this was so rambly, but happy Easter. I love you guys. Thanks for always listening to me chat.
Looks like our young lady still needs some more time to grieve. I just don't get it sometimes. If you loved your ex-husband so much, then why leave? Oh, I forgot you just wanted to be happy. These modern women just love the thrill and the drama.
Yeah.
She used to nag to her ex-husband about some girl that she thought he was cheating with. Check it out.
I have to say something really quickly. So, whenever I figured out that my ex-husband was dating the girl that I was worried about at the end of our marriage, I was so sad at first. And then I realized how much stronger I am now than even I was 6 months ago, because that would have made me feel devastated for like weeks, I feel like. And I was really only sad for like a day or two. Like, yeah, it still hurts. It's disappointing and it hurts, but it's almost like the anticipation of what I thought was going to be my worst nightmare. Now that it like came true, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Like,
That means that you were cheating. Okay, guys, one of them, I'm talking here for the folks, right? For the fellas. Pre-selection is a very powerful tool. Pre-selection is a very powerful tool. Pre-selection basically means that all the women, you're female, feel attracted to you because all the women want you. She feeling indifferent, you know why? Because she was with another guy. Emotionally, she was detached. You see what I'm saying? Emotionally, she was detached. Now that she got divorced, you know, now a lot of girls want her ex-husband. Now she feel bad because of that. The majority of women that go through this, they already met their husband. They already met their husband. They even divorced their own husband. The only husband that they're going to have. This is pure cope right here. Pure cope.
that says way more about him than it does me and our relationship. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that and share where my headspace is at and everything.
I don't blame her ex-husband for dating the same girl that she thought he was cheating with. He probably figured that if the marriage ended for something that he didn't do, then he might as well follow through with it now. Hey. Fellas, this is the state of most modern women. It's just emotions everywhere with absolutely no substance. This girl's page is full of compilations of her crying and happy at the same damn time. You can't make this stuff up. That's
it's like they like that. They like the I'm crying. They want to get the affirm. That's not the affirm. How do I say this? They want to get that instant gratification of people clapping her because she's sad and clapping her because she's sad. You go, girl. You go. You got this.
That's it for today's video.
Very good video, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.